God's various gifts are handed out everywhere, but they all originate in God's Spirit. God's various ministries are carried out everywhere, but they all originate in God's Spirit. God's various expressions of power are in action everywhere, but God Himself is behind it all. Each person is given something to do that shows who God is. Everyone gets in on it. Everyone benefits. All kinds of things are handed out by the Spirit and to all kinds of people. The variety is wonderful.
Wise counsel,
clear understanding,
simple trust,
healing the sick,
miraculous acts,
Proclamation. All these gifts have a common origin, but are handed out one by the Spirit of God. He decides who gets what and when. You can easily enough see how this kind of thing works by looking no further than your own body.
Listen to the body.
The body is alive.
This body is alive.
This body is alive.
This body is alive.
The body breathes.
From the breath of God.
the body moves,
and does the will of God.
The body sees and hears, touches and smells,
and tastes the pain of our broken world. The body is you.
The church.
Some are hands.
Some are feet.
some are arms,
some are legs,
another is an ear,
One could be the mouth.
others are the eyes.
While some are fingers.
Some are toes.
We are still
One body. One body.
We are varied,
We are different.
uniquely set apart.
But the same Spirit
controls us.
For a single,
Purpose.
to do the work of God.
Many members.
many needs.
Many functions.
For a healthy body, whole and complete.
We each used to independently call our own shots, but then we entered into a large and integrated life in which He has the final say in everything. Each of us is now part of His resurrection body, refreshed and sustained at one fountain.
His Spirit, where we all come to drink.
The old labels we once used to identify ourselves, labels like
Jew.
or
Greek,
Slave.
or
Free.
are no longer useful. We need something larger, more comprehensive. As it is, we see that God has carefully placed each part of the body right where He wanted it. But I also want you to think about how this keeps your significance from getting blown up into self-importance.
hello, Pastor. I just called to let you know that I won't be able to help lead the singing next
Hello,
Sunday.
I just want to let you know that I decided not to teach the children's Sunday school class this next quarter. I'm sure you can find someone else.
No, I'm afraid I don't have enough time to sing in the choir this year.
Donate blood? Are you crazy? I mean, I would if I could, but I just can't today.
Let someone else do the sound and lighting for the play. I've got better
No,
things
I
to
don't
do.
have time to answer the teenage crisis hotline. Someone else can listen.
Someone else can work at the shelter.
Someone else can go to the nursing home.
Someone else can visit the prisoners.
Someone else can volunteer at the boys' club.
Someone else can visit the hospice.
Someone else.
Someone
Someone else. But not I.
Not I.
Not I.
Not I.
For no matter how significant you are, it is only because of what you are a part of. An enormous eye or a gigantic hand wouldn't be a body at all, but a monster. What we have is one body with many parts, each its proper size and in its proper place. No part is important on its own. Can you imagine eye telling hand,
Get lost. I don't need you.
or head telling foot?
You're fired. Your job has been phased out.
As a matter of fact, in practice it works the other way. The lower the part, the more basic and therefore necessary. It makes no difference whether the part is visible or clothed, higher or lower. You give it dignity and honor just as it is, without comparisons. If anything, you have more concern for the lower parts than the higher. The way God designed our bodies is a model for understanding our lives together as a church. Every part dependent on every other part, the parts we mention and the parts we don't, the parts we see and the parts we don't.
The body.
The
The body. What was once whole has become
fragmented,
torn,
crippled.
and dying.
If one part hurts, every other part is involved in the hurt and in the healing. If one part flourishes, every other part enters into the exuberance. Only as you accept your part of that body does your part mean anything.
this is my body, which is broken for you.
This is my blood, which is spilled for you.
The new covenant, a new life.
The Lord had his body broken for us to give us his gift of new life.
The
body.
His body,
A gift
our gift of life.
You are Christ's body. That's who you are. You must never forget this.
Share his brokenness. Share his life.
be his hands.
Hold the people with his love.
Be his feet.
Search for the lost ones that need his love.
Remember his body.
Remember his blood.
In his image, the body becomes one.
Amen.